Okay, this is the electric service. Maybe. Might be the electric service. Good home, this is Bud. Okay, this is the electric service entering the home. This is the meter. The meter box should be sealed on 3 sides to help prevent moisture infiltration into the walls. The power's coming below grade. This electric supply conduit should have a slip joint on it. You can kind of see how the meter's already turning just a little bit sideways because of the pressure. The difference between the pressure between the ground and the meter box. And so as the ground expands and contracts and the house moves on its own, it all, this is where it shows up. This is where it shows up. This is the main electric service disconnect. Alright. We got 200 amp service. The main leads coming into the house should have protective neoprene booties on them. If you don't know that's hot, you do not belong in this cabinet. I get that. We got copper coming into aluminum. These don't require neoprene booties. I don't understand it, but it's true. So, but you should have at least 2 neoprene booties up here. And coming down, this is the grounding rod. I'm only seeing one ground. I'm only seeing one in this box. Like the meter, it should be sealed on 3 sides. The grounding rod should be buried. This should be an 8-foot grounding rod. And it's supposed to be completely buried. Now, an electrician can come in and put an old meter on there and demonstrate to the code inspector that you're getting enough resistance, and the code inspector would okay that, but I wasn't here when that happened, so the 8-foot rod is supposed to be buried 8 feet. So, and it's not. It's not. We got high soil conditions coming around the house here. What is this? This is... Well, how about that? That's the swimming pool breaker box, and we'll look at that when we look at the swimming pool equipment. A little bit of high soil over here. A little high soil right there. Trees 2+. Some of this you've already heard before, or should have already heard before. These columns with this stucco. These columns are supposed to have weeps underneath them. And I should have gone into some more explanation about that. And we do not have weeps over our fenestrations, weep holes. The electric wall sconces should have been sealed to help prevent moisture into the... Now we're inside the garage east interior wall. And what I didn't notice on the main disconnect box, and I'm not noticing here, is the bonding location is not labeled. Okay, this is the way you test these breakers. Okay, and I've tested them all. We do not need the neoprene brackets here. The wires should not be, see these curves? The wires should not be touching the cabinet cover. And then the cabinet door, okay, that hides the breakers, the door's missing. The door's missing. And then right here, see where it says danger? It says QOC6UF. See where it says those things? See where it says listed? That's printing. This is handwriting. Not supposed to be handwritten. It's supposed to be printed. See where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That's printing. This is handwritten. I didn't make that up. Okay? The code says it's supposed to be printed, and the manufacturer says it's supposed to be printed. What does that mean to you? That's all I know is what I didn't wake up this morning and said, how can I make everybody's life miserable? So you're supposed to have these little printed things. Look at this. Service disconnect, that's a different kind of label. But these boxes, these cabinets, load centers, call it what you will, but they come with printing instructions. So what did we learn? We learned that our meter and our main disconnect has not been sealed. We do not have a slip joint on the conduit going to the meter. We do on the conduit going to the meter. We learned that the grounding rod was not properly buried. We learned that L1 and L2 on the meter do not have neoprene covers. They're not required in this particular location. I'm using that as a visual aid. We learned that our wires are touching the cabinet cover. We learned that our doors are missing off of this panel. We learned that our breakers were improperly labeled.